people that are newlywed and move to, foreign land that don't have a clue about what is going on. And first of all, I'm gonna, introduce myself. My name is Abimbola and welcome to Abimbola Talks. I have been married for about 21 years now. I live abroad. I live in the United States of America. I've been here now for about 20 years, and I'm a seasoned OB nurse. I work in women's health, and actually I did my nursing in Nigeria, West Africa, and I practiced for a while, for about 10 years before I came to the United States, before my husband invited me over. I'm a mother of 3 teenage daughters. I'm a full-time nurse, and I'm a student. So I say, welcome to Abimbola Talks. And in this program, we'll be talking about marriage, especially newlywed, and those that are new to generally abroad. It can be United States, Great Britain, anywhere where you don't have your family, and also every novice newlywed. This talk is not about women only. Men are also invited. I feel you because I was there. I came to this country when I actually, I have families. My brother was here with his wife, but I didn't actually have, people that lived close to me. My brother was living about, like about 45 minutes away. And we're gonna be this because I know, whatever it is that you're feeling right now, I was there too. So I think I have an incline about 1 or 2 things that we can talk about, and we also can learn from each other. We'll be discussing about problems encountered by newlyweds, relationship, our sex life, and mental health. It's going to be very explicit. Please send your questions to me on Messenger so that we can discuss about it. This is not, like it's not denominational, it's not Catholic, it's not Pentecostal, and it's not just about Christianity. But because I'm a Christian, I might be, one or in one way or the other, I'll be referring to some Bible verses. But it doesn't matter what religion you belong to, we all go through the same thing, and I'm not an expert, so but I don't have answer to everything. But if I do not have an answer to your question, I will definitely refer you to who can help. We have some women that had what is called female genital mutilation. They have one reason or the other why they are not enjoying their sex life, and some are, have been traumatized, they are raped or sexual molestation, and they wonder why sex is not enjoyable. We'll be discussing about that too. And some were not molested while they were young, but some, had what is called a traumatic childbirth. During childbirth, they had maybe laceration, or they had what is called an episiotomy, or they had what is called 4th degree laceration while they had the baby. So because of that, subsequent sex life is going to be very difficult. So this is an area, this is a platform where I want people to talk. Let's talk about it. Let's learn from each other. I don't know if we are going to be going live. So maybe down the road, we might be going live. And even if you go live, you don't have to put your name. You can just slide me, some questions into my DMs on Facebook or Instagram. And when I, under this topic, you guys, I will share my Instagram account, and so that we can discuss some things that are more personal to you. This is not a forum to judge anyone, because many people are going through so many things in their homes, in their family, that they are not talking about. This is a place where we ask questions, we discuss about it. You never know, somebody might be going through right now, what you are going through, or something that I've gone through, and they have suggestions on how to scale the hurdle. And I am passionate about the mental state of our new mothers. Actually, that is my passion, about the mental health of mothers, especially immigrants in a strange land, in a new country. Many don't have families, We're in strange land, thousands of miles away from our families. So some don't have close families, around them. And let me tell you, there are so many people that when they are coming abroad, they're like, oh, don't associate with Africans, don't associate with your tribal people. Let me burst your bubble. When you have a child, that is when you will know the importance of belonging to a society, to a community, to a church. You need people to help you. You need people around you so you don't go crazy, because pregnancy, it has, lots of hormones are released, and it messes, with your mental health, especially those that are predisposed, to mental, problems. So now, after you have the baby, you have a child that you have to take care of. And guess what? When you are new in this country, you don't have a job yet. You have a child. So the husband now have to take up extra burden. He has to work extra hours in order to provide for you and the child at home. And now you have a new baby with you. You've never been through this experience before. Probably you are not having good sleep, and the norm of, oh, you must breastfeed your child exclusively with nobody around to help you. So, and the poor guy that went to work, he's been at work all day. You still have to cook for him. And when he comes back, if the house is not clean, because he doesn't actually know what you've been through all day. All those things, make, causes an imbalance in the hormones, and this can cause what is called postpartum depression. And because of our culture of, oh, don't tell anybody, oh, don't tell anybody that you are hearing some voices, don't tell anybody that this thing escalates with many women, even those that have families around, even those that lives abroad, even the Caucasians. Mental health does not have any race. It is not race specific. It is not tribe specific. It happens to anybody. So that is why we don't want a situation where where our women end up in mental homes. So we have to nip it in the bud. We have to talk out. You have to ask for help. For the fact that you want to see a psychiatrist does not make you crazy. But you have to seek for help, because whatever, especially what is going around right now, many people are stressed, they are depressed, they are anxious about everything that is going on around them. So seek for help. That is one of the things that you're going to be talking about, especially mental health during pregnancy, after marriage, after having the baby, during breastfeeding, in postpartum period. I was privileged to have my mom with me while I was having my babies. When I came newly into this country, with my husband, my husband has been a bachelor for a while, which is most of the situation that happens to people that came from, Africa or came from another country to meet their spouse. They're already used to their lifestyle. So me coming to him is a different thing entirely. So, but thank God I had the support of very great women around me. I was privileged to have my mom while I was having my babies. So my mom was here. So she was helping me while I was studying for my nursing board exams. If I did not have her around me, and also I had some very great women around me, Mrs. Akombi, Eunice Akombi, of blessed memory, some of my, many of my aunties, Mrs. Akomolede, Mrs. Oweye, Mrs. Okmade, all those people were there in order to, hold my hand and say, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. Especially Mrs. Akombi, when I cry and go and meet her, even before having babies, she would tell me, you know what, this is Abimbola, this is marriage, you not have, this is not a boyfriend, this is what you should do, But I tell people that God is the author and manufacturer of marriage. After finishing it, he put a stamp on it, just like every product that is manufactured by companies. When Toyota finished their product, they stamped it with their name. So your marriage is stamped with your name. But let me ask you, when you buy a product, it comes with manual. Have you ever read the manual to know how many things you can do with your TVs, your phones, and DVRs? Majority of us just turn it on. When you buy, when you get a phone, just like me, I have my phone. The only thing I know how to do with it is green, I answer the call, or I text, or I WhatsApp, or I Facebook, or I Instagram. But there are so many things that you can do with phones that you don't know anything about it. There are so many things that you can do with your TV. When your kids handle the remote, then you know, oh, so we can do this with this TV. But let me tell you, you realize that you can do much more with your TVs, with your electronics that you have at home. The same thing with marriage. We only know communication, sex, and procreation. We don't inquire about other things that is required, we don't inquire about other things required by God. What else am I supposed to do with this thing? What else am I supposed to do with marriage? Most marriage counselors like, oh, communication, let's, make sure we are beautiful, let's dress up, let's cook good meals for our husbands, and all those stuff. But the thing is that, is that it? Is that it about marriage? Is that it? But the thing is that when our marriage is faulty, who do we go to? Do we go to the manufacturer? Because God is the one that ordains marriage. You go to God. You go to God. You talk, you pray about it. Another thing is that you go to the professionals. Let me tell you, I tell people, your pastors are counselors, but they are not professionals. So if you have anything with your mental issues, pray, but go to a mental therapist. The person that is a professional that will help you to talk about this thing. So when your marriage when you have issues with your marriage, you first go to God because He is the expert. He's the one that has a manual to your marriage. So these are all the things that we're going to be talking about. Well, this is just an intro to Abimbola Talks. So DM me, Facebook, message me. I have my Facebook Messenger open. I will discuss with you. We'll talk about it. If I don't have an answer to your question, I will definitely, ask the expert. Because I told you earlier, I'm not an expert, I'm not a mental therapist, I'm not a marriage counselor, but I do have many people around me that have been doing this for years, that has the experience. So, this is Abimbola Talks. Welcome. We're going to be doing this weekly. God bless you. Have a nice night and have a wonderful home. Thanks.